Good day, everybody. It is Calxiyn here. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe for more Miraculous Ladybug content. Follow me over on social media if you guys want to talk more about Miraculous with me, or we also have a Discord server, and support us on Patreon if you guys want to contribute that way as well. So, we are going to be watching Miraculous Secrets. So this was a series I think that they were doing before, because I remember these videos and it was like Marinette and Adrian being like, Dear Diary, which is like really cute. I don't know if this is like a new thing or an extension of that, but because of the hiatus, it seems like they're putting these videos out. And I think that these will be really interesting because, like, I'm not sure how much lore they'll have exactly, you know what I mean? But it may give us new stuff to make actual, like, full theory videos about, and I find that interesting. There's also some cool ones. There's like Marinette, I think she's like how Marinette sees Luca, like that's the title, but obviously I haven't watched that one yet since these are reactions and discussions. But yeah, I think we're in for a good time, so I hope that you guys enjoy. It's obviously a lot of scenes that we've seen before, right? Like this isn't new content, like it's new voiceovers from like the voice actors, but like you can see how it doesn't line up with her like, you know what I mean? They're just using clips of the past season.
Whenever someone has a strong negative emotion,
wow, there's Luca. I'm just saying. I mean, you know, she thinks of Luca as the first, and then her grandmother is just like all the people close to Marinette.
Each of Hawkmoth's creations forces us to
wow,
adapt.
I really need to rewatch.
We never know
like,
who we'll
I
have to
haven't
deal
seen
with,
some of these episodes in such a long time.
We've learned that appearances can be misleading.
You know what?
The
That's
toughest
true.
adversaries are not necessarily the
I
most
never thought
impressive
about it like that. That's
ones,
true.
vice versa.
I love the baby, by the way. Like the baby villain, that was such a good episode.
He knows that we won't be able to stop him if he doesn't show up in person. But he's made mistakes.
You really thought you could control
wow.
me? Intrusion.
I mean, obviously Marinette doesn't know about that particularly. Like all the missiles and stuff.
He made a mistake of showing his face. We fought him.
She's right, he has made mistakes.
That day, he was nearly defeated. But he'll have to come out again sooner or later. He'll make another mistake.
I love how Marinette's confident
and
in that.
Will
like,
defeat Hawkmoth and get his Miraculous. When we do, we'll be able to create positive superheroes.
oh, what?
By turning positive emotions into superpowers.
Oh, that's interesting.
I'll let you know.
Okay, that's something that we can definitely talk about. So, yeah, so if you guys don't know, right, the whole thing about the Butterfly Miraculous is its intended use is to give superpowers to, you know, someone who is feeling a strong emotion. And the intended use is obviously, like, for good. You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of people get confused about the Butterfly Miraculous and the intention to use it. Like, the Butterfly Miraculous is only evil because Hawkmoth is evil. Does that make sense? And we've seen instances where people break away from the control of Hawkmoth and they just do what they want, right? Like Max's mom, and all of that stuff, right? In Star Train. So a lot of people get confused and think that the Butterfly Miraculous just makes supervillains, but it's not. Like the intended purpose of the Butterfly Miraculous is to sort of make superheroes. I think I used this example before, or maybe I read it, but like, say like somebody's village is on fire, right? And they're feeling like a strong sort of emotion about that. If the Butterfly Miraculous is sort of, you know, used, you would Akumatize, but it would be a good thing, that person, and they would have maybe like a water superpower or something, because their intention and like the desire inside of their heart is to like save their village, if that makes sense. Like that, I don't know why that was the example I used, but that was sort of the first thing that I thought of. I think this was a couple months ago when I was making another theory. So yeah, it's not like just for evil, right? And so this is really interesting that they already have a plan, and it makes sense, right? Because Marinette is now the new guardian and all of that stuff as well. And so it seems like Marinette's idea or her plan would be to recover the Butterfly Miraculous, and she knows that they can make positive superheroes with it. But at the same time, it's like, here's my question. After Hawkmoth is defeated, will there still be a need for superheroes? Because Marinette and Ladybug and Cat Noir seem to do other stuff for the people of Paris, but at the same time, like, you know what I mean? Because to some extent, it made sense for Miraculous holders to exist in the past, but in the present, you need a supervillain to be a superhero, right? Does that make sense? Just because the way I think about it, right, is in the times of, like, when Hercules was a miraculous holder or something, there was, like, the Greek, like, wars and stuff like that, and, like, you know what I mean? If Hercules was a real person, it seems like the show sort of implying that Hercules had a miraculous or something, right? And so you have that sort of idea. Does that make sense? I'm just saying, or like say Robin Hood, like that would have been like that sort of vigilante sort of approach would have been like acceptable in the past, but like now in the modern sort of day, you can't just, you know what I mean? You can't just turn into Ladybug and go like, I don't know, like fight in a war. Does that make sense? Like that would be a really weird turn for the show. I don't know how to explain this. I guess like, I think that they've sort of also implied, like, say Mulan was a miraculous holder and stuff like that, and all of these other historical people, and it sort of made sense for those historical people to just sort of, you know, do whatever they want with a miraculous, right? And, like, Joan of Arc to have the Ladybug miraculous and, like, her, like, role in history and all that. But now in modern day, what will the superheroes do if there aren't any supervillains? You guys understand what I mean? So like food for thought, stuff that you guys can think about. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so this one is a bit of a longer one, so let's just go ahead.
Dear Diary, today in science class, Miss Mendeleev told us why family members often resemble each other.
Okay,
super interesting.
Because of
What are you
genetics?
thinking? Who do you think I resemble most? Mom?
I mean,
The first thing that comes to my
she's
mind
like
when describing
a
Mom
perfect
is how
blend of
calm
both
and
of her
gentle she
parents.
is.
So like her hair,
Whatever happens,
his
she
eyes,
never
you
panics.
know?
Unlike me. But
Aww.
watch out. You don't want to get on her wrong side, because Mom knows how to fight back.
I love
Demand an
Marinette's
apology.
parents so
She
much.
always finds a solution to every problem.
Okay, I'll help you. We can manage.
I also love really
I resemble her the
tall
most when I'm
man
Ladybug.
and like really
Which
small
makes
woman, or
sense,
just like
actually,
tall,
since Mom is
large,
my everyday
like
life
shipping
superhero.
pair. Does that make
What about
sense?
Dad? You'd never guess it, but he's a true romantic.
Aww, I love her dad so much. They're
Thanks,
just
Mama.
so
I probably
cute.
take after him on that. He tends to get carried away sometimes, like big time.
Welcome
Oh,
to
yeah.
our home!
Tom, let him come up for some air, huh?
Oops, sorry.
I love
We both
dad.
love playing
Let me
video
pause for a second. I think that Marinette is more like her mom when she is Ladybug, right? Like, Marinette panics a lot when stuff goes wrong in her life, but when she's Ladybug, she's very cool and collected. Whereas I think Dad is more like Marinette in her everyday life. So I think that she has inherited from both of her parents. She just doesn't realize that, you know, part of her parents comes out when she's Ladybug more than she's Marinette, and sort of vice versa, you know? And I love that she's a gamer. I just love that about Marinette, because, like,
funny.
I don't know, I've always
When
been a
I'm
girl
Ladybug,
who's played
I'm just
games.
Like Mom, but as
Oh!
Marinette, I'm the
Wow!
image of Dad.
She just said that!
Wait, I almost
That's
forgot
so
the rest of the
funny!
family.
Oh my god.
Uncle Ching, for example, the great chef. True, communication can be challenging, since we don't speak the same language.
Ni hao.
Welcome, Mari. You're at Net's. Welcome to Marinette. You're Chinese. No. But he always manages to express his emotions through food. Kinda like me with my own creation.
Oh, that's
There's
so
Grandpa,
true!
too.
That's so
I've never
cute!
met someone so stubborn and grumpy.
Well, you're
I know
not stubborn
that's
and
just a
grumpy
facade,
though, Marinette.
Because he's afraid of change. And I think that I'm a bit like him sometimes.
Oh
And of course,
boy!
there's Grandma. How could I describe her? Grandma's a bundle of energy. She's always on the move, always traveling on her motorcycle. Sometimes when I'm flying over the Paris roofs, I feel just like her.
Aww, this is so cute!
I think that's it. Looks like I'm a mixture of everyone in the end.
Aww!
Maybe there's someone else who's exactly like me. After all, I haven't met everyone in my family yet.
Wait, what does that
I'll
mean?
ask Mom and Dad. I'll let you know. Goodbye for now, dear diary.
Hold on. That was interesting, because maybe there's someone else who's exactly like me. Like, hasn't there been sort of a theory or like a rumor going around? Like, okay, like, I don't know how to explain this, but people sort of thought that Chloe has some long lost sister or something. So I'm like, Marinette, what if Marinette has like a long lost cousin? You know what I mean? Or like Felix looks exactly like Adrian, because if you guys don't know, right? So Adrian's mom and her sister are twins. And that means that, like, technically, right, like, Adrian and his cousin both share the same half of the DNA. Does that make sense? Okay? Because I know that they're, like, cousins, and I know, like, that they're not, like, literally, like, like brothers, you know what I mean? But because their parents are both, like, because Adrian's mom and her sister are both twins, right? Like 50% of the DNA, 50% of the DNA, but they have the same DNA. And so they're basically almost like half brothers. I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like, what if Marinette has some long lost cousin or something? Like, that seems a little ominous. I don't know. I feel like I've seen something about that before. Like, oh, like this is Marinette's like da-da-da-da-da. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is Marinette's like cousin. Like, I feel like I've seen that somewhere in fan art. Like, this is her cousin and she's gonna get akumatized in season 4. I don't know. I guess I shouldn't say fan art. I should say like fan reports. Does that make sense? Like people finding leaks. Yeah, fan leaks and stuff like that. Like leaks from the fandom and all of that. So I don't know about that one, sis. But if you guys know, let me know. And I hope that you guys enjoyed our little Miraculous Secrets video. And yeah, we will see you guys later. Bye.